to the West to Dishonored RPG campaigns. We run evenings.
Some of them.
That's it. Even then, I think we've run a day session once. So
Yeah,
I can't
the
even
party
say.
session.
So we run it, period. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. Typically it's on Saturdays, but for now it'll be on Wednesdays.
This
right?
is a stealth session.
Yeah. Last session on to the West. Most of the party fled for their lives after being framed for the murder of Maxim Kenrick.
Congrats.
I don't want to use the word CEO. He's the founder of Kenrick Private Enforcers. Those private enforcers were looking for you guys. And after meeting at the spot arranged by some of Lee Barrett's friends, you met Thomas Orwell, an encoder. And you also met, I don't believe you provided a first name from McCready.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. McCready, who actually rigged the place to explode, because he actually believed the frame job for a time before you convinced him. You all got the word out to Heisel and figured out a place to, what's the word? Reconnoiter? No.
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous, that's it. Reconvene and rendezvous both work. Rendezvous is what I'm looking for. What does reconnoiter mean?
Gather information?
Yeah.
Well, it's
It's like
reconnaissance.
reconnaissance.
Okay. Fair enough. Wow, lots of re-words today. Rendezvous. So all of you met up at the premiere, which was the specialized airship of radio inventor Sybil Hastings. You were all finally together in a group again. With, let's see, you four, Sybil, her butler pilot investigator, Clip, let's see, Bill Sokolov, can't forget her, Gray Candler, Captain Brigham Bell, formerly of the Republican Morley and Constabulary.
Is he a captain?
What?
He's not a captain anymore, is he?
That's up for debate. We'll
Like the
explore
Empress. He's a captain like the Empress is the Empress.
Fair enough.
Who else is here? There's someone else, right? Gray, Brigham, Orwell. That's right. Orwell went with you guys. He's probably gonna get off at Sunlight.
He's just here too.
But you all
Conversation
essentially
about
decided
life.
you would go to Sunline to meet both LG and Mikhail. And presumably Ellison.
She's not so fed up and done with us by this point.
Gotta be honest, right now she's probably telling her family about all the adventures that she just had.
She's so
Okay, we definitely...
Also giving them the money that she just earned.
Yes.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We have paid her.
That's right, you did. Might need to pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
oh, if only one of us was employed.
If only one of us was rich.
Oh wait, none of you are. Technically you are. You are deputized. You I don't believe that gives you a wage. It just gives you
Well, I do have a bunch of money left in the bank that I never got back. So
That is true.
Technically, we all
About
have
a
Technically we have someone who can perform alchemy, if I remember correctly.
We never need money
we
again.
don't know that yet though.
That's fair, yeah. That's
Anton keeps forgetting.
Let's break the economy.
He's like, no, I couldn't buy that. I'm broke.
Oh wait, gold.
So like, I could turn one to gold and buy the other.
all right. So we will resume on the airship, on the premiere, as it speeds along towards Sunline. I'm trying to remember the last conversation we had. You talked with Sybil, right?
Well, I talked with Sybil. She told us about the fact that the second Hastings device prototype's been nabbed
Stolen.
by the probation.
Correct,
We
yes.
went back into the main room after the Mikhail conversation, and everyone was talking about Maxim being dead, and then about Brigham and his current situation.
Oh, yes.
And then I left, and then Sap had his radio conversation with LG at the end.
You
Well,
also
the
did get
dispatch
a smaller portable radio to carry with you, so make sure and put that on your inventory.
And
With Orwell's microphone.
yes, and I gave one of the badges to Anton. Probably just random, like this. Here you go.
Yep.
So you have that now. Enjoy that.
I believe the last thing we ended on was LG talking to you, Sab, asking you, well, technically, dispatch asked if you were coming to Panoply, and you said nope. And then LG talked to you and coordinated meeting.
Do you know what Panoply is?
Panoply, I'm guessing is the code word, so Sab would know that. It's the...
I can text you right now, actually.
Yeah.
By the way, I did see your message, so we'll see if we can get to any of that today. If you guys get to sunlight.
If
If
Last session. It's like a 40-minute ride, and then 20 minutes of conversations. This session.
You know what?
If you get to sunlight.
For the sake of speed, Jacob, can you stand up, please? I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say, all of you can hear, I'm not going to try and say that in harsh tones. Come on over here. Panoply is essentially all protectors need to meet in a specific location, and I can show you that location on a map.
Are you coming to
For
everyone
our,
come here? No.
For our viewing audience, they have walked out into our hallway where Spencer and I have a picture of the map of To the West hung, and he is showing Jacob where Sab would know Panoply is on that map.
Okay, cool.
The rest of us are all just in the cold,
Um,
alone, without our DM.
It's cold as ice.
just mourning Kenrick's death.
Sacrifice our love.
Probably just going to say, yep, that's the way. But we'll see. Yeah.
okay, cool.
By the way, the radio you just received is not a Hastings device.
Got it.
It
There's two of
is
those. One of them
correct.
is the Ebony Pervasions now.
Correct.
Zero
How's the other one?
Hastings devices belong to Sybil Hastings at the moment.
That's kind of awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. She's like, one for me and one for you. And then I'll lose the one for me. Oh no.
She could just ask for it back.
I mean, she could.
She's not going to because you're performing an experiment with
I am, and plus, it's like iconic to my character at this point.
it. Give it back, it's mine. But it's iconic!
It's a part of my character design.
I wouldn't be iconic if I didn't have this object.
If you're not iconic with it, you shouldn't have it.
Iconic without the box.
Where are you
Well,
without
now
the
I also have
suit?
this.
Naked.
Anyway, yes.
Okay.
Tongue twister.
Alright, well, what are you guys doing on this trip above Sloane Bay and its
When
azure waters?
would I wake up from my nap?
When your nap is finished. Did you set an alarm? Roll a survive check.
I'll survive.
Watch me die.
Hidden successes.
Anton goes to sleep and never wakes up.
The sweet sleep of death.
This is my favorite thing about
Gosh,
the 2d20 system is I can
why
just
did I
make up
waste it on
checks for
that?
random things to decide, like, oh, you sleep? Let's see how long.
Did you sleep?
Survive how? If I were taking a power
Not
nap,
quickly,
It
unless
should
you
be
take
quicker.
power naps. And this has to be
Yeah.
like character, established in character that you take power naps.
regularly, no. But when he did nap, it'd probably be.
Does
power
Anton
naps.
believe that the best naps are power naps? Or is he someone that likes longer
He
ones?
does everything quickly.
I think he'd believe that the best naps are power naps because sleep is an object to get what you need.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, you can use quickly.
2 successes.
2? Alright, you take a 2-hour nap.
Oh my gosh. 2 successes and I take a 2-hour nap.
So that's gonna get you about halfway through the flight. Oh wait, no, that would. It's a 3-hour flight.
40-minute flight, didn't you say?
Oh, did I say 40 minutes?
You did.
All right, I said 40 minutes. Sorry,
Anton's still asleep.
I forgot
and
you guys
everyone's
are-
like,
I
ugh.
forgot you guys are in the premiere. It is much faster.
When the nap's
4 hours
too
would
good
be
and you
about.
wake up and everyone's like, gone.
Honestly, full airship would probably take like 6 to 7. It's those things are slow, and this is
This is,
actually powered.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to make another sound effect so we can compare the two.
Okay. Let's see. The Premier has 4 engine pods with propellers on it that would go. Whereas any other airship, which is propelled through very small,
Tilt.
a little bit of a tilt, and essentially Voidrite just goes up. So essentially, you
So
just
it's like
do-
a helicopter.
It's like a helicopter, and it would just go. There you
I
go.
can see why this one is faster.
It's actually regular airships powered by Voidrite are pretty much silent,
Now,
except
I
for the
I
engine,
need
which
you
is
to,
in the center
I need you
of
to do
every
those two
airship.
sound effects side by side a couple of times.
There you go.
See?
Yeah. I can tell which ones.
There you go.
Someone do
Yeah.
some magic editing.
If we ever do
on
the
that.
animation, we'll just use Foley sound effects. Yeah.
Overlay that onto every time that we were on an airship.
That's a lot of time.
That'd be so annoying. It'd be
Yeah.
almost more annoying than the audio mistakes that
Okay.
actually made it in.
Anton, you are going to sleep through the entire flight.
Makes sense.
I will say, because of the interruption of landing, and if you want to wake up at the end of the flight, that is also an option.
Rather than staying on board?
Probably because someone is likely going to wake you up anyways. But is there anything folks wanted to do on the airship for the rest of the trip, other than
think
Anton?
2 or 3 people trip on Anton on the kitchen floor.
He's still asleep. He sleeps like the dead, because he is.
Yeah, I
Or
think.
once.
Yeah, so Sad probably fixes his armor.
Yeah, can we actually try repairing our armor while we're here?
Yes, because this is a fully stocked workshop, and we've technically had a session close in it. You don't have to roll check for it. Your armor is completely fixed. You also have a brilliant engineer here, so if you had to roll a check, she would help, and you would pass.
Okay. Does Sabbath ask around to see if they have like a canister of the
Oh, whale oil?
whale oil to make sure? Because I think he has.
Yeah.
That, was that with?
You don't need to
everything?
ask for that. Sybil would essentially just say, "Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have any of those like empty canisters around? Because I don't have. I mean, that's a proprietary cartridge right there.
Hmm.
But I have plenty of whale oil, safe and secure, obviously.
Okay. I think I just got this.
Okay. Essentially, the cartridges that you have that go. Think of it like a gun. You have small tanks that can be filled with whale oil, but as long as there's a whale oil supply, you can essentially fix them. I would kind of just assume that once you're using them, you keep the cartridge to refill, unless you want to make a character point of like, I don't need this.
I think we keep it.
But as far as Cyclone would have trained you, he would have said keep these and refill them. So you can refill those.
How many would that be?
Let's say 3.
Yeah.
Barrett is wondering, or Barrett's gonna go ask her to help him improve his armor.
Okay, she is a brilliant inventor, but she is not an armorer.
She doesn't know any kind of metal work or anything.
Maybe a little bit. Let's go ahead and roleplay this, because this is kind of interesting.
Okay.
So, let me take a look at that armor. How many stress points is it right now?
6.
6? Wait, is that how many total you have, or just the armor?
That's just the armor.
The armor is 6 stress points.
Beast armor.
So she takes a look at it, and it is like a couple inches thick, essentially, breastplate that covers almost the entirety of your torso. Woo! You really need me to improve this? This can stop a cannon.
I'm afraid that's what I'm gonna get shot with.
Well, I don't really know anything that can improve that specifically, but have you ever thought about just wearing something for head injuries? Helmet or
Sam just
reinforced
pulls out
mask?
his mask and does like a like stylist putting it on and like, oh, it's so elegant, so
like that.
Modeling it.
modeling it.
Is that thing bulletproof?
Sam thinks back. Kind of.
Well, most things aren't proof, but many of them are resistant, so looks resistant to me.
It's hard to find something that wouldn't interfere with trying to shoot down a scope.
It's a fair point. Helmets might cut it, though. I've known plenty of, technically the old Dunwallian Imperial Guard uniform was with a kind of a helmet thing, and they used rifles from time to time. Just sparingly. You can get one of those fairly cheap. They get you literally 1 stress point. But hey, stress point's a stress point.
What about armor? Something for the legs and the arms.
Possibly. I'm afraid that's a bit out of my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could throw on just pieces of steel on your legs just like anybody else, but I don't know how to fit them or whether it be actually adequate protection.
Do you think you could design like a mask that wouldn't obstruct my vision at all?
Oh,
I'd pay for it, of course.
I think those are called helmets.
how much?
Right.
You know what? Nope. Doesn't matter what it is. I wouldn't be able to do.
Sam pulls out his overseer mask that he's still. You wanna wear this?
You just have a
How much
Timian steel
I'm a-
overseer mask?
Yeah, I'm a collector of old things. I have a whole thing with the past. It's a thing. You want to wear an overseer mask? Permanent grimace.
Are there tools here
The
that you could
eyes.
cut it or modify it?
Yeah.
The eyes of endless hatred. He puts on and starts repeating.
Does it have restrictions written down?
The wandering gaze. The wandering gaze, restrict the wandering gaze that thou must hither and yonder, or that looks hither and yonder for some flashing.
Why don't you
thing
put
that
that thing hither and yonder away?
He's going to ask
There you
for
go.
it. He's going to take it. Would you mind if I borrowed some of your tools?
Yeah, sure. Be my guest. Don't see why not.
So basically what he wants to do, because the eyepiece thing is going to get in the way, he's going to basically kind of cut it off so it kind of goes
Have
down.
you seen an overseer mask before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that work?
Is this one of the ones that has like the?
So you just
arms
essentially
and
want to
hole?
like instead of just the two eye holes, you have
Yeah,
like
is it like one of the
a
ones that has,
more
like,
expanded, like
Basically,
Viewing
Is that
port,
one kind of awkward?
for lack of a better word.
Top.
I think it's.
basically, he wants it just to cover the lower half of his face,
Oh,
under
okay.
his eyes.
Yeah, a reverse Conan overseer
Just get a
mask.
Kevlar version of Heisel's half mask.
I can't see a thing.
Would that be possible?
Yeah, you could cut the. The historian me is cringing at the fact
know.
that you were literally cutting apart a historical artifact. But you know what? That has precedent. Many people
Yeah.
have used that for
An
fun.
artifact.
It's
that
not
cannot
like he
be
has any
replaced.
fond memories of the overseers.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
What is-
Roll a tinker check. Tinker carefully.
what difficulty would this be?
Hidden, actually. This is... Overseer metallurgy is kind of a secret that they've kept. So their steel that they use is... No one else technically had permission to use it.
Mm.
So very few people have experience with working with it.
Miss Hastings, could you help me with this tool here?
What's in it for me? I don't work for free.
A hand over your hand on a
Since
saw.
I'm doing most of the work, I'd say 50 notes would be quite fair.
Agreed. Deal. Considering she has nothing else to do on this.
I love how he's
Trip.
like, Miss Hastings, as an electrical engineer, I think that you can use a handsaw.
I assume it's like a welding.
She does
type
build
tool.
her own radios, though.
Welding
Have I
is
told
not
you guys about the
Not
Michael
welding, but like
1500?
similar type
handheld
tools
laser
that she uses
welding
to
machine.
cut.
like
and,
a cutting torch.
Like a cutting torch or something like
Would
that.
you
She does
need that
not
for
have one of those
radios?
on the.
How does she shape the pieces for her
You don't need a
radios?
cutting torch for that.
Not a cutting torch, but something that can cut.
Most of the
materials.
stuff that she'd be doing is like precision stuff.
Yeah.
Precision, you tend to use more like saws.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly what she had.
Okay, well, help me use the saw.
Okay, alright. Saw.
Can I try and identify
Success.
the black bone
2
trauma
successes.
while this
Yes.
is going on?
You sure can. Roll a tinker, void lore.
Oh, does it help if I have Hastings device? Like using that? Or would that just tell me
It
that's
would
for-
immensely help. I don't think you could do that without the Hastings device, actually.
I
well-
technically have the Hastings device.
What's that?
I have the Hastings device currently.
Do you?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I-
because I let you take it with the
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
So in the private suite.
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. I'll be rolling that, and there might be a few other
Would you
things.
get successes? 2?
Critical
3
success.
successes. All right. So essentially, she would help you work with this stuff. You definitely don't damage it, but that seems to be the problem. Is that her saw is not adequate for cutting this thing. She visibly expresses her surprise with this. I've never really seen anything this strong before. Wow. Sorry, you're probably gonna need some fancy tools for this. Fancier. Mine are plenty fancy, but for smaller things.
Mm-hmm. Here you go, Sap.
You're not gonna put it on?
I'm not gonna wear that.
I technically would not impose a penalty for marksmanship if you would wear those. I do understand that it would actually, if we're talking realism here, it would probably impede using a scope.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking it doesn't really go with the vibes for my character.
it doesn't. Yeah. No, I get that. It is hard because you would be able to recognize this is probably some of the best armor you could wear on your face.
Mm-hmm.
But it is indeed the death mask of High Overseer Benjamin Holger right now. So, yeah, that's all of them actually. Modeled after one guy.
It's kind of terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's going,
Mm-hmm.
That's way worse than I thought it was.
yeah. But consider the following. It's bulletproof. Proof.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
If
No, they
you
don't
shot
even
someone in
flinch.
the head with it, they still wouldn't
No,
die.
I shot someone like
But
at
does
the
it
top of
just
their
do
head
one
once.
stress?
Shot someone on the top of their head once.
I will
Like, it
refrain
showed
from
the bullet
sharing the
hitting
complete stats.
behind the mask, but decided that it had hit the mask, and so this guy was like, "Huh?" I was like, "I hit you in the back of the head with a bullet."
Not much ambiguity.
That's the thing about it, is that it's just like, haha, it's bulletproof, and you just go behind.
Well, no,
Yeah.
this one the game decided that it was still, even though it was behind, it was like close enough that it
Really?
was
Was he
blocked.
looking like to the side or something?
No, I was like a little bit above him. Like we were
Ah.
on different floors.
Oh, above. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was close. It was like the top and back of his head, and it just decided that that was
It's
part
like,
of the
no.
mask. And the guy like didn't even decide to check anywhere.
Yeah.
He was like,
No.
"Oh, I don't know." I was like,
It's just
so
weird.
insulted.
the wind.
I was like, he reacted more to the sound of the gun than anything else. It's like,
Mm.
I shot you.
All right,
In the head.
Sab, how many successes did you roll?
Because my void bar, I moved up by 1. That is a critical success, and that is another success. So that is good study, cleverly, yeah, 3.
It's 3? Okay. You will be able to identify that black bone charm. I have this written down somewhere, and I'm
Okay.
trying to find where it is.
Can he also put Poochie in that and take a look at my boy?
Um,
In the black bone chair, I'm so confused.
yeah, roll a tinker check, void low focus.
Alright.
Ah. 30.
Okay, is that enough? Tinker that, it's 10 only, but it's void lore, so that is 2 successes. So he's still possibly mysterious.
This is like, I don't know, man. Seems like a carved out. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know, man, it just seems like a normal owl. I don't know what you want.
All right.
Well, I could be sentient, but like, aren't all carved wooden owls? I don't know.
Not all carved.
This is not my like realm of expertise. I'm just gonna tell you, owls. I don't know.
I am sending you the description of the black bone charm in Discord.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Let me reread.
I will do that. Yeah, as soon as I got my hands on the the Hastings device last turn. I was like, I'm just gonna use this real quick. Just a few little moments, and then I'll be all good.
You're gonna like this one. This one is still from Tazalani's place. So it was something that would have helped him.
Okay.
So I sent it to you so you can take a look at the Blackbone Charm does. You got 2 successes on the owl check.
Yep.
Alright. You have analyzed this before. I'll give you a minute to read through what the Blackbone Charm does.
Alright. Oh.
Yeah? What's that?
I just realized I've been carrying a gold bar this whole time. I forgot about it.
There you go. Could have paid
So
Sybil with
far.
that.
Oh,
How
no.
does 1 gold bar sound? Sybil thinking about all the wire she could make with that.
I feel like we did at some point. Anton was like, "I'm gonna pay with a gold bar," and just like handed it to someone.
Wasn't that the costume store?
It was.
You were drunk, that's why.
Alright.
I was like, "This will pay for it."
Like, yeah, here you go. Here's your clown costume.
Imagine doing that anywhere in real life. I'd like to pay with a solid gold bar. They're like, no, yes, no. I want it, but also...
I'd love to see that at like the lowest possible business you could imagine. So like McDonald's is like, hey, I got this.
You have change for a
I
gold
will
bar?
literally pay with this. But everyone would refuse it despite the fact that they'd even know that it would be. Well, I don't know. If like one of my employees did that and it's just like somebody paid with a gold bar, I'd be like, awesome. But the company would probably be like, you can't just take payment in a gold bar. I'm like, yeah, it's gold.
What I would do is I'd just sell it and keep the rest as if it were a tip.
Yeah.
Make like
Thanks for the
several
tip. I
$1,000.
just paid
Like
for
that
it
one
myself and they
costume
keep the
store
gold
owner
bar.
that you
Yeah,
went to that one
that
time.
works. Yep.
Yeah.
So what are we up to?
Doing checks on things.
Okay. I read that.
Okay.
Cool.
So
I'm guessing there's a roll that's attached to that.
that's correct. Every time you need to do that, roll a tinker cleverly or quickly check. So for the check on the wooden owl, I don't really know the mechanics of how the Hastings device would be able to identify things, but I wanted to have a mechanic of it doing so. It would probably be learning to analyze the wave of a thing. So essentially, the wooden owl, you've kind of learned everything you can from this thing. There's nothing more you could really glean from the Hastings device. You know it's a void artifact that gives benefits to your use in swords, and appears to have memories attached to it. I'm not going to tell you whose memories those are because I have given you a lot of clues already, and there's nothing you could get from analyzing the waveform of the sound it emits.
Okay. So you know the other little bird thing that I have? The one I got from the not outsider.
The broker?
No.
No, the
what
actual
is
outsider, Edamar.
Adamar.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna put that in and see what happens.
yeah. I'm trying to remember what that was. I think it was just a carving, yeah. That does not have any void song whatsoever. You can't hear it. Hastings device can't detect it. Seems to just be a wooden carved bird. Board.
Okay. Four. I'll just attach. Is there a kind of bird? Would I know that? Or an equivalent for all worlds?
I apologize. It's been quite a while since I noted
I
that.
feel like it was a dove-ish thing.
I probably... Hold on. I have an idea.
Anyway,
I want to go to their bird names.
just
There's this particular bird that is found in Pandasia that I wanted this to be a carving of.
We'll probably
One of you is asleep.
Gonna have to wake me up.
We're going to Sunline, right?
What's that? That's correct.
Sonder is in Sunline, right?
That is correct.
I don't know.
They're going to go get Leo while we're in Sunline, right?
Yes.
I think I know what I'm doing while I'm waiting.
Excuse me, I did not say Liam Byrne. I said Bird Dishonored.
Liam Neeson's knees, son.
Just tell me what the name of the bird is.
You could find it
Is
out
it a
in second.
grackle?
We never paid for the books that we lost at the library, did we?
I don't think so.
Nope.
The library is also in Sunline.
Yes.
We could burn down the library.
This is the bird.
Whoa.
Huh?
It's
It's got like a weird fin on its head.
Oh, that's cute.
It has a name.
We don't have to worry about it.
It's
I don't recall what it is. You find some of them in the bank in Karnaka that you robbed that has the twin-bladed knife in it in Death of the Outsider.
oh.
There's a couple of them in the what do they call it? Is it the Royal Conservatory where Brianna Ashworth is? But yeah, it's a neat little Pandician bird. But that's what the carving would be.
Is she canonically alive,
So just
or do you kill
Yes.
her? Okay.
As far as I'm aware, you do. Emily does take the non-lethal option with every single target in Dishonored 2,
Okay.
except the non-lethal route for. I always forget his
Jocelyn.
name. No,
No.
Kieran Jindosh
Shindosh.
kills him in a month, regardless. That's
That's
never
just
explained.
a really sucky month.
Yeah,
She's like, I zapped his brain such that he can't use it for anything.
yeah.
That's way better than death. And he's like, I needed that to stay alive. She's like, not my
I
problem.
think the implication might be that he died due to something else, not just the mind thing. But
But he is dead. One word.
he is dead. That is correct.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. Well, he did make giant robot
But
soldiers
he
to.
made such a cool house.
It was a very
It's
cool
like
house.
one of my favorite things.
He also
And a cool
kidnapped
puzzle.
Anton Sokolov and put him in a maze. Like,
No.
you want to free him? You have to go through my labyrinth. Come on.
It was very
OG
interesting.
Quickie.
Zap. No brain.
Yes. Anyway,
No,
yeah,
I can't
so
think of
Sav
my
will just like tie those guys together and just say, okay, Hootie, we're gonna have to have a long talk about morality. And I have a nice long talk about morality with Hootie.
Okay.
Specifically, well, you guys don't really know that. I have a long talk with morality about Hootie.
Okay. Instead of being greeted with a vision, you are instead greeted with an emotion from Hootie. A sense that whoever made this carving, though he certainly made many poor decisions, he knew that they were poor, and guilt is one of the most preeminent feelings in his entire life. Regret.
No, I'm sorry, Hootie. I get that. But you gotta move on from that stuff, you know?
Another emotion that you're greeted onto is hatred.
You gotta move on.
That's where it went to. Or at least that's where the person went to.
You gotta move on from that too, Hootie. Okay? We don't know what's gonna happen. And it's okay if, whatever you wanna do, you get to live your own life. You got a little friend now. I got you one. It's Birdie. That's your name now, little bird. So you got a little friend now, and you gotta keep an eye on them, okay? So there's more to life than just being angry, and there's more to life than just feeling guilt. And I want you to know that in case anything happens. I give him a little pat and a little kiss, and say, I will always love you, and I'll maybe see you in the void someday. And then I just put it on a little necklace I probably if I don't know if we have to do a checklist, but he probably makes a little like braided necklace and that has the two connect together, and he just puts it on and he just puts it down near his heart, and yeah, that's it. Okay, let's practice those knife moves.
Where is he practicing knives?
Where's this all going on?
Like
He's
a
another
corridor
big
probably.
There is a corridor.
Do we overhear any of this?
Knives thudding into walls.
I mean, I feel like he talks to Hootie pretty close to him, so like he would roll for it, but like I don't know.
That is up to you, Jacob, if this is something that you don't want
I mean,
people
give,
to overhear.
I'd say you give a roll for it, but I feel like it would have to be 2. 1, you maybe hear Sabs talking, but I don't know if that would be
We'll
suspicious.
probably see the knife moves. We'll probably see the knife moves.
Oh,
But-
yeah, that you probably pick up. But it'd probably more just be like practice stuff.
Everything happening on this airship, Anton's just
I'm probably there with you at this point. I needed a minute
staring.
timeout, and it's not really a good timeout place here. No, not
I
staring
don't want to
at
do
you.
anything else until we get there.
Okay.
Taking time out.
Eating the same itch.
I think
I'm in the
for the
galley.
remainder of the time till we get there, I think Sab's going to. He's gonna write those 2 letters.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to probably check. He's probably going to go into the main room where you guys are and take out the big book on music box and says, I need your guys' help with this. I've been trying to figure out how music boxes work, and I want to figure it out.
In what room?
There's essentially the workshop, the pilot house, and then private rooms.
Because we be in
And
the
a
galley.
5-foot-long corridor that is between
He
them.
be in the workshop.
I feel like
Workshop's probably the
I'm
biggest
going to do
space.
workshop.
That's where most
Probably-
people
Yeah.
are.
He's probably going to go to the workshop. Because he's going to think most people there. And he's like, oh, okay. Just put it down.
Barrett's gonna look at Hastings. Do you know anything about that?
Well, what do we have here? What's this on?
Music boxes. Construction of. He's reading like the cover. I don't know. Construction of the history.
Wait, this is my kid. You're Tasselini.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, we met his brother? His metal son. Yeah.
Is what?
We met his metal son. He was nice. Pushes the book over and opens it up.
Did he die?
I don't think so. I think he's just there.
Well, you were in the right place. Pretty much how the Hastings device works is, well, it's designed to receive such waves. This is...
I stinking knew it! I am so sorry. Continue.
Oh, that's pretty much it. What was your eureka moment there?
I've been theorizing that that's basically how it works, because it's affecting the void, and like Hastings' device picks up void signals. So, you know, you use one of these things. affects
Wait,
the
you
void.
mean you've been theorizing this for quite some time, and Hazel never told you that I proved that theory, like a couple years ago?
No, cool. No,
Are you in the room right now? Okay. Where are you?
Galley.
Okay.
How big is the galley?
Wait, you're sleeping there.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting quietly.
There is no room for 2 people to be in.
Counter
It is
space.
literally
5
like,
feet from his
imagine
face.
imagine like our linen closet.
Counter space.
It's that big.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's
literally.
multiple people that live on the ship. How do they sit
Well,
down and
2.
eat dinner together?
They do it while in the pilot house, or
But the galley is the space
the
for
galley is
eating.
just
the galley is the space for the food.
okay.
That's called
It's a-
pantry.
Not on a ship. It's called a galley. Or
Vegetable Hastings for her.
a larder. It's a larder. It is not a
Oh,
galley.
well-
It is a
well,
larder.
I thought it was a galley.
I
so
apologize.
excuse
That's on me. On a ship, it's called a larder. I'm pretty sure.
Then I probably would have asked if Sybil would mind if I just took a minute off in her room.
Not at all.
If I'm sleeping in a lard, does that make me lard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
No.
a loiter.
A larder.
You are pretty much skin and bone. There is no lard on you.
Oh. Anton,
You
what
are,
is 2
however, in
pounds?
the larder, so you could change that.
Everything
Well,
inside you's been
I'm not gonna get a
crystallized into
nap.
void.
I'm gonna just binge eat and see if I get the
It's like
mana.
I need to get mana back.
If you have the
Wait.
if you have the bone charm that lets you get mana back from eating, you could, but you don't.
Gosh dang it!
Maybe that's what the last boat trip does.
That's how I feel about Bioshock, where it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I get health from food. Let me look through our garbage and just pull out some pastries from it. Oh. Health.
Having played that, I can confirm that now.
Okay. But yes, anyways, on the book.
is
no
good.
I have
Oh,
been
cool.
saved by garbage
So
pastries
I think
before.
this book talks about how to make them. And so I'm thinking, since we're going to be going up against some void-related
Mm-hmm.
guys, could we make a grenade out of this?
A grenade?
Yeah, you just take it, you make it smaller.
Uh-huh.
Wind it up like a wind up.
Oh, like
and then you just
an actual music box. Yeah. You definitely could.
would it be able to do the same effects? But
I
it
don't
would
know
be
if I'd really
smaller,
call it a
probably.
grenade. So here's the thing that I know about void and artifacts and essentially void wave theory. I don't know anything about the music boxes. Unfortunately, I've never been blessed with, well, the actual ability to use them. After the Abbey was disbanded, then Empress Caldwin commanded that all of them be destroyed. So they are very, very limited. And I'd wager the only ones left are in museums and probably with overseer holdouts. So if you ever find any, they'd probably be your best bet for tracking it. But as of now, I don't know anything about how to produce the... Okay, I'm going to shorten the phrase a little bit. I'm going to call it a null wave. The kind of wave that disables void powers, which is what the overseers were working with. But I do know that it definitely can be compartmentalized. Or, no, that's not what an engineer would say. How would an engineer say you make something smaller?
Reduced.
No. There's an eyes word here somewhere. Like when we say electronics have gotten blank in the last 100 years. Like computers have gone from
Compacting.
compacting. Never mind.
I can't think of a good word for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know
Simply
it's
it's defined
She
more
says the I word.
specifically.
Sap says what? Compressed. Oh, okay.
The overseers even did it as well. There were most music boxes were essentially, those cylinder-based,
Miniaturized.
miniaturized. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
They did that with golf once.
I heard a rumor once about I kid you not, a harmonica overseer music box. But I don't know if that one actually existed, but if it did, it would be mighty small.
Interesting.
So essentially, from what I heard, there was some crazed overseer that wanted one that he could use while wielding weapons. So essentially,
with me either.
something in the mouth. Don't ask me how that works, whether it exists or not.
Interesting.
But as for a grenade, I suppose you could if you actually got a overseer music box cylinder. I don't really see the purpose of a grenade, because honestly, you could just put a small battery in it and make sure that it's just constantly playing, like a... honestly, you could probably just use an audiograph. Yeah, if you just got a recording of the music box on an audiograph, which are absolutely common, you can get one anywhere. You might be able to theoretically loop it, like people do with music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People have done that. Anyway, so there was a place that did that. They had big speakers that would play the music, and they were able to Do all sorts of fun things. Don't ever go to Soul Springs. Actually, do go to Soul Springs because E lives there, but then leave Soul Springs as soon as possible. Because Void zombies live there. Don't ask.
Void zombies.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Sounds like a fun place.
No, they're not. It's like Weepers, but worse. Well, maybe not worse.
Oh wait, that's the place they get their Tazzolini's at. He and I were friends. Well, kind of, mutual respect, rivals. We hated each other. We loved each other. Good friends. He's dead.
He's dead.
Just break it to me, please.
He's dead. He has us. He built a sun, a robe. He built a clockwork companion man thing. That's what E is.
Sybil's doing a check to figure out if you are on drugs or not right now. It's a failure for both of them, so you could be.
Could be.
Clockwork Sun.
Yep. He was nice.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, he might have some more revelations about music boxes and their music in this book here. This is like a dissertation right here. I wish I had more time with this. Have you read through this yet?
No, I haven't. I need some help with that.
Well, I'm as eager to crack this open as I possibly can be.
Awesome.
Let's give it a gander.
Cool.
What's in it for Sap?
Huh? He asked me.
Mm-hmm.
Help me make a small little music box.
I know, but it seems like it's a mutually beneficial thing.
No, it's his book. He asked me to help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to help if you don't want me to.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The rest of the party tries to negotiate.
You are in the presence of probably the foremost authority on void waves right here.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like void waves?
Sure. What are you going to pay him for that?
How about this? We get to talk about this. We talk about the book, and then on the side, we'll talk a little bit about mechanisms and gears and all those things,
Ooh, gears.
and just in general how to build things. But we don't have to do that now. We'll just work on this right now.
Sounds like a good plan, as far as I can tell.
Cool.
Why are we negotiating right now? Why can't we just both take a look at this book?
You help us look at this book. Let's do this now.
Sure.
Come on.
What's in it for him?
And then said, "Wait, what's in it for you?" Not really. I'm just kidding.
They spend
What's
20
that for
minutes
me?
negotiating. They land in sunlight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So
The
how
book.
is this check going to take place?
Well, it is up to you.
I-
Sab does like 10 for
We just all
successes
read the
with
book.
tinkering
That's what
cleverly.
it says.
Unless
It's
any void goes in, that's 14.
What did you...
What you have?
No void lore
Okay.
with this.
So then
This is
10.
more science-y,
This is just
natural philosophy.
Then it'll just be 10. I'm guessing she has a better score on that. Yes.
He has an 8 in Tinker.
Okay.
Better natural philosophy's not nothing
Then I
either.
think,
What's that?
Better natural philosophy's good too.
and I'm guessing her cleverly's good.
Immensely.
All right, then I'm going to help her. We're going to help her.
Alright.
All right. Hopefully I can. I got a complication, so no.
There's nothing in it for you.
Son again.
I got one.
She got 3. A natural 1 and an 8.
Okay.
Simple.
Oh.
That's what it takes to breathe.
She... Josh, for flavor's sake, are you fine if I essentially say that he got a 1 and you got nothing? Because he has looked at this book
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
often. This is just purely a flavor
Maybe
thing.
you're helping me look at the things. I'm
Yeah.
just pointing them
Yeah.
out. And
I just-
oh wait, yeah, that's what. Oh, I
Oh.
don't know where.
The
where would this
complication is
be?
that Sab is mansplaining what we find.
Oh, and
Sab
then,
is just
oh,
having
yeah.
trouble
And then-
reading.
And then, like, that's this thing, and that's where. Well, we're not gonna think about that part. That was just.
Imagine
I shouldn't have
Barrett's
stayed up that
just.
late.
Imagine Barrett's just helping him pronounce words as he reads
And then
them.
that's
Synonyms? Pseudonyms.
Pseudonyms.
Synonyms.
The word there is sonorous,
Sonorous.
and that one's amplitude. Do you
It's-
know what
it's not-
amplitude is?
It's not usually. Yeah. It's getting it out.
You're doing great, Zach. Keep going.
It's not usually this hard. I promise.
No, you're doing good. You're keeping up.
I can read a whole other language, but I can't do this.
Well, what do we have here? And she would find a section that appears to be... Actually, you know what? She's going to describe it. You would essentially see what looks to be a graph at one point, with a series of dots on it, and in the past you probably figured it was some kind of code or Tasmanian shorthand or something like that. But Sybil says, I think this is a kind of music notation. I think this is... Ooh.
Is that the sound it makes?
Wait, is this it? Is this?
Well, this looks to be the music pattern from, I'd wager, an overseer's music box. So if you can get a cylinder and, you know, a blacksmith to maybe etch the details on there. I don't know if it has to be a certain size, like the chest ones, or if you could make a small one, like a regular music box, but you could possibly test it.
Yeah. Then we just put battery in there. Make it go around.
Or a hand crank.
Or a hand crank.
Battery.
Both.
would be-
We could put both in there.
A battery-powered hand
Crank
crank.
one, and then when you
I think it should be the way around.
yeah. So what?
It wouldn't be a hand crank if it was powered,
Yeah. So you.
but the
so
battery could be
you have
powered
a
by a
hand
hand
crank
crank.
if the battery's like out, and then just that, and it does it by itself.
Well, you need to crank quite a few times for that. I'd probably suggest just using whale oil. It's cheap, much more efficient.
I mean, like. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I wonder actually if... I wonder what would happen if you played it faster. I'm kind of coming to the realization that engineers in the 50s did with the Gatling gun. That they're like, yeah, Gatling gun, that's good. What if you powered it?
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Sounds like
Make
we
a
could,
noise.
we could test it.
What if you played it on a musical instrument?
You can make a
You can't.
prototype in like 5 minutes.
You cannot. Yeah, that's the thing about the music
Like,
notation, is
like,
that it's
like,
not
die.
normal sheet music. It's
Mm.
maybe you could play something akin to it, but have you ever heard the?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what it sounds like, right?
It sounds like if you took a violin,
Yeah.
played it really badly, and then used a computer to like
Yeah.
lower the pitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They talk about it at one point. It's like a so many note scale. It's not the same number of notes as
Mm-hmm.
our Western music notation.
Okay. Cool.
So I will essentially say this is a huge book. If you keep studying it, you may glean more insights from what Taz Delaney learned. But it's not going to be like, oh yeah, okay, I know the whole thing now. It's at least 400 pages. It's big.
Yeah. With that check, is
Mhm.
it like that's like okay, just keep studying it, and just as you're rolling, you'll find out more. Or is it like we have to get that 4 each time?
It'll probably at least be a 3 every time.
Okay.
So it is not quite cumulative, but it does take a pretty experienced mind to actually understand. Go ahead and take a focus of 2 listed in void waves.
Cool.
This is kind of an example of a hidden focus. It's not really listed in
Cool.
Dishonored,
Very
but there you go.
Yeah. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, so okay. You're gonna be with us for a little while, Miss Hastings?
Well, I mean, I was hoping to be with you until we could get my device back.
Okay, so that's a little while. How about you take this guy for now? And you can the book, hands that to her. You can take this for now. And
Okay.
just look through it And if you find anything interesting, let me know. I'll be back for it, and like I'll help you read it too. But just like you can keep it for safekeeping, and if you're bored, you can look through it.
Sounds good.
So if it smiles at you, close the book.
If it smiles?
I mean, never mind. Boy, what's the time? Sam takes out his pocket watch. It's the time.
What time
Roll a sanity check for me, Jacob.
Oh, dang it. Yeah. Okay. That is, and survive forcefully.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 success.
1?
Yes. Oh, wait, do...
Not void resilience.
Okay, not that. Okay.
Nope.
5.
Okay.
Or 1. Yeah, 1
1
success.
success. You've just been poring over a book on music boxes, essentially. And the music notation pattern, as Levi said, is just this continuous scale designed to continue on and on and on and on and never stop. And then, even then, your first reaction is to check the time. You are kind of immersing yourself in machinery right now, and you don't hear anything. There is no presence this time, nothing smiling at you, but almost like the emotions that you gain from Hootie and the memories there, you get a overwhelming feeling that time is running out.
He drops the watch.
Sam,
Okay, there,
Eric's
Mr.
gonna start patting him on the back.
Wait, who's Sab?
I told her his name was Sam.
Oh wait, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Sam, it's okay. Cough, cough. And he's hitting him on the back.
Seth like starts checking himself, like seeing. You know how I talked about how he like feels like his deterioration or like whatever. He's checking that like, how do I feel? What do I feel? What's going on? Basically, would that be a? Could he use a surgery on that?
Nope. This is medicine, not surgery.
I'll just roll for that then. That's 1 success.
Yeah, you don't know. It's self-examination of a terminal illness is very hard to do.
Oh, Sam goes over and like leans against the wall. Oh dang!
You okay there, kid?
Oh,
Are you choking?
dang it! No. Time. I feel like I'm running out of time.
It's okay. What time is it?
Right now it's about 2 o'clock.
It's only 2 o'clock. We have plenty of time to get the sunlight.
Plus, we're making plenty good time in this thing.
I can't check. I don't know where I'm at right now. Maybe something happened. Oh dang it!
Do you want a drink?
Yeah, please.
All right. And Sybil is going to go to the larder. Outside his eyes, there's a man in here. She says that. Roll a survive check to stay
Yeah,
asleep.
Todd, wake up.
1 success and 1 complication.
She kicks him.
Trips over him.
You stay asleep, which is good because you need to sleep a full hour before you get your mana back, I'll say. And she is just essentially reaching over you to actually pour some rum, and some of it does fall on you. She stays silent though now. But you now smell like rum.
Walk out and everyone's gonna be like, "Were you drinking?" And he's like, "No." And someone's gonna be like, "Yeah, some of my rum was gone. He was drinking."
Why is the rum gone? Okay. Sybil returns.
He's Smell like alcohol when you wake up.
Wait a second, how old are you?
Cause,
How old is he?
born.
He's.
When
I'm not sure. He's old.
was born.
He's old
18.
enough. Give it to him.
42. Oh, wait. 18.
He's 23.
52.
Roll a deception
52.
check. Increased difficulty because he just said the words 52. Okay. Fine. And she hands you a decanter. Not a decanter, that's the whole. I always forget the word.
Sounds
Tumbler.
like
Tumbler.
I was freaking out, but now I'm gonna pass the heck out.
Sam takes it, looks at it. This is not water, is it? Sorry, I thought you meant water. I don't really drink alcohol.
I'll go get water. I'll drink that.
Thank
She
you.
needs
Sorry, if you have any whiskey on you, I could use that. But that's for
That's
fighting
also
purposes.
alcohol, kid.
Yeah, but that's for fighting purposes. I used to be a part of a circus. Sorry, this is just a lot right now.
Just drink it, Sam. Just drink it. It's the same. It'll do the same thing.
No.
Someone just downs it. Nope. Water's good. And she would come back with a glass of water.
He will drink that.
Sorry, I don't have any whiskey for medicinal purposes.
It's okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to flying the ship and checking on Clip. Don't, keep open flames away from the whale oil, okay? Alright. And she would head back to the pilot house.
She's gonna be like, Hazel, who the heck are your friends? One was asleep in my larder. The other one was asking for whiskey but rejecting rum.
Certain tastes.
Alright, speaking of Heisel, Brigham is going to track you down, which is not hard to do because you're in a small ship.
Yes.
So I take it you would be in Sybil's room.
Mm-hmm.
You would hear a quick knock on the door.
Yeah, who's it?
Constabulary, open up!
She'd open. You've been fired, haven't you?
Not ready.
What does not really mean?
According to the organization, I am fired, but
So you can't say constabulary open up.
I technically can. I'm undercover.
Fine, coming in.
Good. So, how are you holding up with everything?
I mean, Maxim just died today.
I know.
man. Does that really need to be asked?
Well, I suppose I just wondered what that meant for what you're doing in the future. I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen to you.
I mean, I've been doing fine so far.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
This life's pretty convenient when it comes to that.
Convenience, an interesting word to describe them. It's one of them.
You got a better one?
I don't think a single word could describe that thought.
It'd be quite a word if it did.
Yeah, I suppose I wanted to come in here to ask what exactly the plan is now. I know you said that, well, Leo actually is an outsider now, and you want to get him back. Is that something you have fleshed out, or is that
Ready.
to get him back?
Mm-hmm. As soon as Anton wakes up. I feel like we shouldn't be planning right now. This is... You shouldn't be strategizing when someone just died, but here we are.
When Anton wakes up, he and I are going to go back to Alba. We're going to get Leo out of the void and we're going to come back here. We're going to go to Frequency 70's headquarters and get inside, and we're going to spread the message about the secret war going on here. We're going to get Sybil's Hastings device back from the Ebony Pervasion. After that, we'll see.
Wow, that's quite the agenda there.
Think I can get it done before lunch?
It's 2 o'clock. You missed it already.
I've
But
had
we could
lunch.
do dinner. So I take it you need your friend to just instantaneously take you back to Alba.
That's the hope.
Leo's not there. Wait,
In
so
order
Void, right?
The void sort of operates differently from our world, but in order to get to where Leo's at in the void, we need to go through the place where he died and became an outsider.
It's an interesting choice of language there. Why didn't he just, from everything I've heard, it sounds like he just became an outsider.
That's not how it went. A friend of mine was telling me about how the new slots for the outsiders worked, and it picked people that had died who fit the characteristics.
You're telling me we killed Leo?
I mean, it had to have worked, at least a little bit. You saw his eyes opened. He could see again. There was something to that ritual. So I don't know if we just circumvented the category or if something else happened, but
He's alive now. No need to split hairs in the past.
I'm trying to remind myself of that, yeah.
Good. Alba is... It's dangerous right now.
Which is why we're gonna be quick. He's good at that.
So you need to go to the site of the ritual, right?
Mm-hmm. Leviathan District?
Right. It's been a lot more guarded than it used to be.
What is there to guard there?
Remnants of the rift that was there. We've had a couple of people from the government that have been interested in it.
The girl's gonna provide trouble.
Not if I'm there.
Thought you said you were fired.
Undercover.
They buy it.
Probably. I don't know if they guard this specific spot. They're more of just perimeter guards. I do know they've sent out a couple research teams from time to time. But
But if you're there, you think we'll be able to get through?
I'd say so. But it's dangerous business. Those, what do they call themselves? 2316ers. They're very tight-lipped.
That's new.
Right. It's a pretty big organization dedicated to void research. I had to speak with a couple of them. Had the displeasure of getting to know them with some of the research I was doing on disappearance and the like. But they're with the government, so as good as that can be.
We're not here to solve the whole world's problems right now. We're just here to get in and out. So hopefully nobody stops us along the way. If they do, we deal with them quickly and make it going.
Agreed. Will be a shame. Well, if times were normal, I'd say we could just go straight back to my home. But
Be good to see the girls again.
it would. I'm sure Leo would love to meet them too. But they're not in Alba right now anyways.
They're not.
Well, they better not be. I haven't been in close contact with them, but since the war is kind of risking Alba, the girls have been sent north. Hyda's still there though.
She's not with them.
No, Most of the children of Alba have been evacuated.
Brigham, do you want them out of all of this?
I do. I mean, I suppose they could still be here, but I don't know.
There's a place I know. Been sort of storing it away as a bit of a bolt hole in case all of this goes south and I have people wanting to kill me and Leo.
Sounds like you do.
But I'm in it now. Until the end, I can't just run off like I was planning on. He might be able to, but I'm not sure he'd buy it. If you want to send out on the girls there, I can tell you where it is. I can figure it out. Maxim Kenrick actually was working on it for me.
Really? Huh. Well, I appreciate the offer, Isel. It's, really. But I don't think I could send the girls that far, and I can't pry Ida away from Orly. And I certainly can't leave either, except for very, very dire circumstances.
Meaningless. Right. Well, just keep it in mind in case things get too rough over there.
Of course. Sounds like you'll need it in the future, though, too. I know you're in it, but...
We don't get that kind of an ending yet. Not until all this has been
You
dealt
should.
with. Should doesn't have a place in this anymore. Maxim Kenrick stayed.
Well, it sounds like you're doing the best to honor him.
I'm sitting here planning battle strategies. I haven't shed a tear for the man yet. It's not what grief looks like with him.
But it's what he would have wanted. You know that the last things that we were doing with him was that same thing. Battle plans. If he was here, I'm sure he'd say, no, don't stop because of me. Keep going, forward.
You do a pretty good Maxim.
I have known him at his best and his worst. Trust me, I've practiced that one for ages. Used to bring it out at the precinct. Got quite some giggles from everyone.
Bet you did.
Mm-hmm.
It's good having you here.
It's gonna be her, Isel. Let's see this through.
Hopefully soon now.
Well, as soon as your friend gets up from his cat nap.
I don't know how that works. I would wake him up, I'm just not sure if it spoils something if I do that. Maybe I'll just wait and let him do his thing.
I say we let sleeping dogs lie.
Right.
And he actually looks out the door, and Bill is lying down next to you.
Oh, that's cute though.
All right.
If it takes one man 1 hour to nap, what does it how much time does it take one man and one dog to nap?
No, 2 men and 1 dog.
Who else is napping?
You're 2 people in 1.
Oh, very
Uh,
2 dead guys in a trench coat. Literally?
all right.
Listen, Brigham.
At about this time, all of you would feel the airship start to descend as you would begin your landing procedure.
I have a dream that I'm falling.
Then you wake up. It's real.
Ah!
Oh no! Did you have something else you wanted to say?
Don't worry about it.
All right. So, the premiere is actually pretty low on windows, save for in the pilot house, so none of you can't really see sunlight again, but it is as bright as you left it. White cliffs gleaming in the sun. You are on the docks of Fort Keir, where you have been many, many times before. Back in sunlight. What are you all doing?
Is it time to wake up? Yeah.
Anton is still asleep. And smells like he's been drinking. Time to go to the void.
Let's go Leo back.
I
thought, like, I'm scared of the void and all that. So I was like, if I was drunk, I wouldn't
Like
be.
one courage.
Has it been an
So-
hour yet?
Not quite. Anton still has 15 minutes before his timer goes up.
My timer's Bill.
Yeah.
Like turn the dial on Bill.
And Bill starts licking you at a certain time.
Barrett's
Do you guys remember the wolf button?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Wolf.
Wait for it.
I think I do remember.
It's just some guy going wolf.
If he doesn't remember it, don't spoil it for him.
Josh, what were you gonna say?
Barrett's going to go tell Heisel something as soon as she's done looking for the wolf. Or the wolf.
Okay.
You ready? You ready? You ready for this? Listening audience, you ready?
This is what Bill
This is a throwback.
sounds like.
Worth it every time. Alright.
Barrett's
What's up,
going to
Barrett?
find Heisel.
She's just talking with Brigham in Sybil's room.
Heisel, is the plan for you and Anton to leave from here by yourselves?
Yeah.
No.
Brigham's coming with us, but
While you're gone, I think I at least Sapu if he wants to. I'm gonna go visit Sonder again, see if we can get any equipment for the coming few days.
sure, just keep your heads low and play to his ego. Tell him about how well the passage is working out. Might get you a discount.
Oh, all right.
Just get Mikhail, Ellison, and LG back here, if you can. And again, stay low. Nothing obtrusive. Got it?
All right.
All right.
And with that, Lee's probably going to go and find Sab.
Real quick, did we have a bone charm that's basic abilities was drinking and doing drugs does not affect you?
That is exclusively limited to Void Fiend.
Okay, only Void Fiend.
No negation to stats while taking Void Fiend.
Okay.
Unobscured
Did we
high.
give it to Anton, or did we decide to totally not give
I
it
think
to
we
Anton?
have-
I think that's the one that you
Currently-
didn't tell Anton
It was the
about.
one that we didn't tell
Oh, right.
Anton. Okay, I was.
Even though legitimately
thinking
that
we
could
should-
have actual good effects
I'm-
for me
Would
rather
that
than...
have helped in Sunline?
I don't know what it
Are
would
you-
even do for anyone
are
I
you-
else.
don't know. In
Although
Soul
did
Spring,
Atlee say that you're immune to it?
I don't know, maybe.
when he was
I'm immune
Emotional
to
Void Fiend?
turning into a void zombie from Void Fiend,
Okay, I'm thinking we do.
specifically.
About that.
I'm thinking we do give it to him.
Well, he's napping right now. He's a
Stick
kid.
it in his
Put a bone
pocket.
charm on his
And,
tummy.
just-
He wakes up, he's like,
Put it under his pillow.
I smell like alcohol.
Sab will just probably do that.
The
He'll
Bone
just
Charm
walk-
Fairy visited me.
He'll just walk over.
Where's my
you
pinky
know.
toe?
So Sab eventually gets up from the floor and it's like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
gosh.
I'll just take. I'll just leave the watch on the table somewhere, and then I'll go. I'll take the bone charm, and I'll put that one like somewhere where he'll see it, but I won't touch his body. So I'll just. There we go. For you.
Barrett's going to find Sab right after he does that, probably,
Mhm.
and tap him on the shoulder so that we don't wake Anton up. Hey, Sab, I'm gonna go to the store.
Okay.
Need anything?
jug of milk.
Yeah, I do.
Take some Nestle chocolate milk, some Cheez-Its, and a sword. Thanks.
I have.
How about
Sab reaches in, and I'm pretty sure all this money that he has, all 1,000 of it, is from the silver that he had when he took it out of the vault at Ease, which was like,
Why is everyone loaded?
which was like 7, something crazy. Yeah, or something. Or
Man.
I don't know. I think that there was 7 gold. There were 7 silver bars that he had in the vault. So he's just so I have these. Can you go and buy Miracle Elixir? I'll need some of this
How
money.
many do you want?
Kind of just get a lot for all of us.
How much? Do you want me to spend all of it?
We probably shouldn't do all of it. How much are silver bars?
100.
Whoa. And 100 buys a
Elixir.
elixir.
That's correct.
There's 4. Yeah,
Unless you haggle.
Yeah, probably. Okay, haggle. I'll take.
You know me trying.
You know what? No. Those prices for elixirs are from the plague when it was
Jacked up.
jacked up.
Because you needed it to survive.
Correct. I
Sab,
will say it's 40 notes now.
Sab,
Okay.
you saw me try to haggle
30.
30 minutes ago.
30.
I can't haggle.
Final offer.
Okay.
Yeah. S&J Elixir.
Yeah.
30 notes now.
Oh,
Deflation.
either no, we don't want. Just kind of cover your face and just kind of buy.
Probably when we
It's like 40, 1, 2. Yeah, so like get us 30. It's 30 nuts.
I lowered it again. 30 notes. Believe it or not.
Gotta
Oh,
pay
listen to
attention. The
this guy.
prices
Okay.
are dropping.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's
20,
4.
30.
Buy 3 for all of us, plus this extra one for anyone else that we might need. Yeah, we got this. We'll figure this out.
So spending a bar's worth of notes on each person for elixir, plus this other one.
Yes, so you should have 40 afterwards. Let me do some math. As always, role-playing games are just
I'll
math.
buy 15 and I'll give you the change.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. So then that's 15, 30, which is...
Well, he's going to start walking out the door. I'll give you all the change, don't worry.
Okay.
And he's going to put them in his bag.
Before you head out, you would hear the voice of Orwell calling to you. Oh, wait, Barrett.
Oh yeah, do you need anything?
Orders would probably be nice. I don't think I'm an enforcer anymore. I don't think I can just stick around on this airship even though it's even better on the radio.
Alright.
Sav also
Come on.
gives you this is the frequency for this radio.
Oh, thank you.
You might need it.
If I find a radio, I'll give you a call.
Sav takes that and just starts passing around notes. It puts one by the one thing with him and just for you, and then ties it to it, and then has his frequency on it. And he's probably gonna go find Heisel to give her one.
He's
Probably
going
say
to
a
look
few
at-
things, and just-
He's going to turn back to Orwell. Come with me for now. We need to find a way. Although, ask if you can borrow one of the radios here and see if you can contact McCready or Phillips.
Yeah.
We need, I don't know. Phillips, I think I managed to convince McCready that we were set up, but I'm not sure about Phillips.
Yeah. Me neither. You know what? Let me go ahead and just put out feelers over here, see if I can get radio equipment, maybe a place to stay, and I'll try and get us organized again. How's that sound?
Good.
Alright. Well, your buddy just gave me a frequency, so if I need you, can I call him?
Yeah.
Alright. Will do. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Best of luck to you as well.
And he's gonna just grab his stuff and head out onto the docks.
Barrett is going to head first. He's going to head to the marketplace. Well, actually, is there a bank in town?
Yes.
When would Anton wake up?
Soonish. Don't worry, I will get to that.
I'm going to the bank first.
Alright. I will also say to all of you, Gray is actually just going to try to address as many of you as he can. And he's just going to say, well, like Orwell here, I suppose I am out of a job as well. I'm going to take some time to myself on the town. If I return, where could I meet you all?
I think we meet back on the ship.
I suggest radioing one of us if you have access.
All right. Well,
Sorry you got embroiled in all this great.
that's. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, fair.
Do you need an extra gun with you to get Leo?
I think we're gonna keep it as small as possible. The last time we went into the void,
It was terrifying. No,
and everyone started killing each other, and
Yeah.
you know, just hard to control that sort of thing.
I understand. Definitely wouldn't want me there. But if I don't come back, you should track me down when this is all over. I'd love to see Leo again.
Of course.
Cool.
Of course we will.
All right.
Hope you do come back for the record.
What's that?
Hope you do come back for the record.
We'll see.
But it's your choice.
All right.
Before you go, that pulls out 2 letters. Do you know the? I'll walk you to the exit.
It's a small ship, but sure.
So it walks it, so they have a little bit of privacy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just these are 2 letters. Do you know the clinic in town run by Sherry 2?
Oh boy, I've only passed through Sunline in my life. No.
Okay.
I mean, I could just drop these off at Double Cross Messengers. They've got a good penchant for finding people.
Yeah, if that works. Would I need to have my address on this, or is it just straight to them?
You could mail without an address.
Okay. Yeah. Here's these. I think they probably just both go to Sherry,
All right.
and she'll get them to where they need to be.
Okay. I'll get it covered, Sab. Stay safe.
You too.
Oh, that's where I got shot.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just messing with you. I got shot in the leg, remember?
Oh man, yeah. Gray, and he actually leans forward and like says something to Gray, which would probably be, or he'd probably write something down and just like, or actually, yeah, he probably is. Actually, Gray, before you send the letters, this one's to Sherry. You should read it before you give it. Yeah. It'll make some sense.
Okay.
It'll make some sense too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll read your note to another woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I should be going. Goodbye. And he would go. At about this time, Anton, you wake up. Sybil Hastings is looking down at you right now.
Why does it smell like alcohol?
I was hoping you could tell me why.
It's a chick.
He like also is drinking alcohol.
In his sleep.
2 successes.
Could I call this a study swiftly?
No. Cleverly. And it's
If we
talk.
bring him,
Oh, talk. That's better, but not good enough. 1 success.
She is genuinely curious as to why you smell like booze.
I don't know. Suppose someone poured some on me or something.
I guess maybe one of your friends could have poured rum on you?
Could have jostled off a shelf or something.
If you want some, just ask.
I don't right now. I have
Okay.
things I need to be doing.
Okay. If you need to sleep, maybe ask if you... I don't know. Get
This
off
worked
my
pretty
airship.
well.
Okay, I'm glad my larder was comfy.
Well, except waking up smelling like alcohol.
Smell has nothing to do with comfiness.
It's just not my ideal for waking up. Well, depends. Depends on if it was intentional.
Alright, well, suppose next time you're in, I'll, heat up a blanket and give you a wake-up call and give you a room service next time, so it's more
Well,
comfortable.
I got Bill for
Seb
wake-up
just walks
calls.
by. That's not very nice. And like, looks like
I don't know. Your galley floor was fine, or lard, or whatever this is. I don't know what you call it when it's on an airship.
I sympathize.
The most relatable character.
Bonus void points for relating to the DM's struggles.
Please.
Do I hear Anton talking?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I need to talk to you about how this is going to go real quick.
Alright, how's it gonna go?
I can't get us straight to Elba, I don't think. Unless you have some, like, sort of really good picture or silvergraph or something of Elba.
In the silver graph, I could describe it if it helped.
I don't know that a description would be enough. And I figured out what happens when you do something wrong. And it really messes you up.
Brigham.
Mm.
You got any sort of silver graph or anything of your host? Or of the girls in front of the house, or anything in Alba?
Oh, unfortunately not.
You know, keep, like, pictures of your wife and kids.
I do, but most of those are done in front of backdrops.
Is it a studio in Alba?
Yes.
Would that be enough?
Please tell me we're going to teleport straight into a phone.
we're like step out of a void portal onto a thing, and they're like taking a silvergraph and they catch the void portal and us, and they're like, what?
I know, but like if it's the only way you can get to Alba directly, it'd be worth it.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Wait a second. You have a silvergraph of Leo done at a studio, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that studio.
It's a better studio.
What's that?
It's a better studio.
Well, I'm good friends with the silvergrapher at
Oh,
my
right,
studio.
alright.
Which one's closer?
Oh boy, that's a good question.
Just take this.
Okay, I'll take the actual silvergraph, I'm assuming.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I'm gonna like.
Now I have a more definitive background in the actual silver graph.
Yeah, I hope. It's just gray on this one.
That's the backdrop.
Yeah. Well.
That's because I got that commission. That is not actually how it would appear.
I'm hoping it's like those Victorian photos where it's like they have stuff.
Yes,
Around.
that's kind of how I see it.
You take pictures with stuff. You know, is this? Would I know? Is this gonna cause problems?
You could do it.
Okay. Be ready to rush through. It might be people don't react well to the void. They freak out. Hazel can help with that, but just don't freak out.
Sebastian,
Go fast.
Don't freak out.
Don't stay long in the void. I'm gonna get a portal as soon as I
I need
can.
the Hastings device back.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Great.
There you go.
I'll see you after all this.
Yeah.
Like I told Barrett, lay low.
Will do. Yeah.
Excuse me, you need permission to duck here. You all hear a voice on it.
Is that?
Oh, I got plenty of permission. What is this?
She's gonna poke her head up.
And you see a man with an eye patch
I
approaching
thought it
the
was
ship.
you. Alonzo, come here.
Hello. How are you all?
How dare you? It's okay. It was a joke.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you all as well. It's wow. I heard you all lost an airship.
Sam has the war scene face. Yeah, that happened.
So you're all still in one piece?
Surprisingly.
Well, that's good to hear. It's pretty dire for all of us, so it's good to see you all still in one piece.
See about that after this.
We should catch up on protector stuff when
We're heading out.
the commoners are gone. just
Sounds good, Sam.
Listen, we're about to head out, so you can just have that conversation now. We'll be back when we can.
Okay.
You all heading somewhere fancy? Good time for shopping.
Good time to head to Marley.
Oh, Brother Ford, you're doing that now?
Doing that now. They're killing outsiders. We're doing that now.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna stop you. I'd offer to come with, but I kind of have some business to attend to on my own. But part of it,
We've got it.
I actually have something that's gonna help you out. Help you all with this. So I met with Barato, and meeting went pretty well, and I have cracked the whole madness issue with the Void temporarily.
Is that something that you got like right now? Because that would be really helpful right now.
Well, I got one of them, and he would pull out an old-looking vial of Joplin's spiritual remedy. So, turns out this old stuff is an enhancer for the mind and actually helps with fortitude. So, honestly, just a sip of this, you don't even have to chug the whole thing, should essentially kind of protect your mind from the overwhelming terror of the void. I mean, for a time, it's not infinite, but it's enough to
Good enough.
dull it for a little while.
Thanks, LG.
Yeah. Here, take this.
We'll each take a sip, then you get the rest.
All of it? Or how long? Estimate how long would it last? Long enough for us to go from here to Alba, and from Alba to the place that they did the ritual, and then into the void, and getting Leo out and out.
Well, that sounds like a solution for that too. If it helps you stay recharged, then we use this.
I'd say a quarter of it would cover an hour.
We'll start with that.
So I'll take my small sip and then I'll hand it up to Brigham.
Bottoms up. Drink some. Oh. Do not like the taste of it.
Alright, Anton, you ready?
Right.
When you get back, I need to have a conversation with you. Get back, okay?
That's the plan.
Got too much to do.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it'd be pretty soon.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know if it can be today, but hopefully like later today.
Yeah. I'd hope for that as well. Maybe save the last sip for Leo.
If you don't mind, I'd like that.
All right. Well,
Void speed you all, and can't wait to meet Leo.
I think he's gonna like meeting you too.
Ha! Don't lie to me, Heisel.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. He's gonna like me. Nobody does that off the first time. You guys hated me when I first
like
met
you.
you.
I personally loved you.
Thanks, Sab.
Also, you believe him.
Yeah?
Protectors for life.
Yeah, you were all like, oh, you're Empire's finest, eh? The sarcasm was absolutely everywhere.
Well, you gotta admit, you were being a bit...
Being a bit, what? Finish that sentence, why don't you?
You were playing up the bravado a little bit. You were being cheesy.
I was cheesy?
Hmm.
That's just how I normally act. It's cheesy? Wow.
You gotta admit.
You're
you were
offending me.
playing
Get
it
out of
up.
here. Go to the void.
Stop.
Okay, I'll stop. But seriously, stay safe in there. Watch out for the envisioned. And don't talk to the whales. Okay?
Deal.
That was all a joke.
I think
Envisioned aren't there anymore. Well,
Listen, we got it. We got it. It's alright. And we're going now.
okay, wait. No, Envision. They're bulletproof.
the void portal is open.
Don't shoot him. Try to hide. If you do see him.
Great.
Sam is gonna
Thanks
run
for the
out.
crash course.
Sam is gonna try and remember if there's anything horrible in the void that he remembers clearly that
As
he
it
can
walks through
warn
the
them
portal.
about.
Anton's going through the portal, pushing Brigham along.
Most of what you saw was likely hallucinations. So
That's what I think. That's
sorry.
because I think I've talked about how he
Want to talk
he talks about
more?
like there's been a bunch of different things, but he's like I feel like those. I think he's reaching the point of being like I'm pretty sure those were just hallucinations.
yeah. Okay. Well, you don't have to make a check then if you don't want to. If you want to, you can.
I want to.
Okay. All right.
See if he can bring.
We're in.
Is Brigham in?
Yeah, I pushed him through.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
in the future, please wait until I am actually available to do actions. If I'm talking
we were
with
the
someone,
primary voices at that moment. You just didn't hear us.
And that means it didn't happen.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, one success.
I'm sorry, that's how the role-playing games work here.
Cleverly steady.
I can't GM if I am not present in the conversation.
Void?
What's that? Mm-hmm.
Void more?
Yep.
Oh, that's 2 successes then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing unique you can remember. You maybe did see a couple whales, and you do know that they're deadly. They deal 8 damage when they bite, but they never harmed you.
Don't trust the whales. I mean, they were fine. Don't trust them.
Percy breaks in from another campaign.
No. What?
All right.
It's like, don't worry. It's like whales. They're very dangerous.
All right.
Are you sure about that?
So how many successes did you get on your check? 3. Void portal is open.
And we immediately start.
Okay. Do you close it immediately?
If we're all in, yeah.
Okay. Last thing you would probably hear.
Is
No
Bill
one follows
with
you.
guys?
Last thing you would hear.
No.
Okay.
Didn't take Bill.
Sad pets, Bill.
Okay. Last thing you would hear is Sybil just says, "Take notes,"
Got it.
and you all are immersed in the inky black of the void. And it seems kind of scenic this time, believe it or not. Your mind's protected with expired medicine. I'm glorifying.
Whoa, this place is really
This is actually a lot more convenient. I'm gonna take some notes for Sybil while you do this. I don't want to do it on our second night.
I don't know why.
It's the void, man. It's the
Yeah.
void.
Staring into the void with my right eye. My left eye is closed or something, so my right eye is dying. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna start taking notes while he does his thing.
I'm gonna study this for a while.
Roll a Tinker Void for check, please, cleverly.
Since we're not freaking out in the void, I'm gonna study this and make sure that I know note all the details possible about the surroundings.
Success and
Okay.
complication.
Ooh. And a complication.
Wait, no, it's cleverly. I get to reroll. 3 successes.
Okay.
I love this
Wow.
bone charm.
It's a good bone charm.
No, I'm sorry, 4 successes, because my boy lore is 5. 4 successes.
Whoa.
All right. I'll get that later.
Would drop highs.
They're cleaning up the board.
You actually can pick up a very, very, very faint frequency.
It kind of reminds you of the faint frequency that you heard. That was actually coming from Sap's mark, very early on. With a 3, yeah, you can kind of recognize it as, what's that?
4.
4? Yeah, 4. Yeah, it's very faint. You can't really hear much of it, which indicates that it is very, 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 very far away. But it sounds like something in the same category as that.
Aragon, maybe.
Anyway, I'm just scribbling down notes about how the Hastings Spice is operating within the void for Sybil as he's doing his thing, which is more important.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Regan, I don't suppose you have any descriptions of Alba. I don't know if that'll help, but just anything you can tell me about Alba, way it looks.
Probably the most unique thing is the smell. Salty, salty, salty. Everywhere. You can't avoid it. It's just part of it. It's dark when it comes to the weather, always rainy, but colorful when it comes to the buildings. Man, you should really see it during the Feast of Charters.
What's that?
Oh, it's a local holiday. It's whole thing with the dead. Hazel,
Yeah,
it seemed like
yeah.
more of your stick than mine.
It's a sweet remembrance. It's good. It's just a time where all of us decide to commemorate the people in our life that have gone, and everyone cooks by the shore, then throws some of the food into the water as not an offering, but a remembrance of the people that have passed.
Mostly
city
just feeds
dressed
the
in red.
eels.
Sounds nice.
It is. Fortunately, it is not today.
Well, I guess it'll be rainy.
Out of curiosity,
Most likely.
After the session, you're gonna have to tell me when it is in comparison to now.
Sure,
I'm very curious.
that might
not
act-
right now. Not right now. After
Oh, okay,
session.
okay.
After session.
Okay.
This is not directly relevant at the moment.
I don't suppose I could count that as help.
I will allow it for a survive check.
Success.
Okay.
Are you
What?
tracking your mana usage? Oh, also,
Yeah.
you do recover a quarter mana with the elixir.
Ooh.
Oh, you drank it at the beginning though, and you were at
Oh.
full mana.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sad.
That's like accidentally pressing T while in Dishonored and you have full mana. You still drink it. You don't get the benefits.
Well, you have this benefit.
Or
You're
just
not
like,
going crazy.
Oh, I
I hate
accidentally
that.
drank a whole thing.
I hate that sound when you don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Can I use swiftly for this?
No.
Can I use boldly for this?
No. Forcefully.
Okay. I'm gonna use a void point to make this a critical success. So that would be 2 successes on my end, and he got 1 success.
He did.
Yeah.
All right. That fails.
Yeah. I don't suppose you got your picture on you.
Okay.
And he would pull out a photo that is excellent of his wife and daughters. He's in it as well. He is blinking. It's a good photo of them. Hope you'll excuse it.
Well, I
I-
can see you here. I don't need a good photo of you.
Fair enough. Let's just hope it doesn't route us to, well, them.
Just
Well-
wasn't the location in the drawing. Can you tell him any more about that since you've been there?
Oh, the studio?
It's a tiny little place with a photographer that uses way too much cologne. Let's see, mustache. Last time I saw him, he was wearing a pinstripe suit.
More about the building.
Oh, building. What do I look like, an architect? I did brick. It's
It'll look like inside, but it smelled like, aside from the overabundance of cologne.
well,
it was
it's
memorable.
Wood paneling.
got a bunch of kitschy
wallpaper.
backdrops that they can put you in front of if they want to put you in front of like an outside scene or an inside scene, or put you in the old palace in Winddown or anything like that. Let's see. There's, the silvergraph. But the camera. Sorry, I'm not well acquainted with those terms.
Is there a lot of cameras in the building? Just one?
No, just one, as far as I could see. I didn't take a look into the back room. Oh, bunch of photos on the walls of other people. So like
Weird.
example photos. What's that?
That's kind of weird.
Well, you want to see how the
That's
photo
true.
turns out.
Not in the studio.
I suppose it'd be useful.
Right, you can see, what does this group look like? There were indeed costumes as well.
And you didn't get him.
No, of course not. I was getting a family photo.
Did any
You
of
were
them
tempted.
chimp you?
What's that?
They were tempting.
Thankfully, they were pretty young when the photo was taken. If they were speaking, they would probably be saying they wanted tiaras, but no.
I like these girls.
They're like 2. They're great.
Ready?
Trying again.
You did spend the void for the last check, correct?
Yeah.
That's good.
It is
really
good.
One success from Brigham.
4 successes on my end.
Alright, that'll cut it.
You are surprised.
When the portal opens and you see a dark room. But not a dark room.
Oh.
Not that kind of dark.
Not that kind of dark room.
I was worried for a second.
Alright, that's somewhere. Let's go.
And she'll step through.
That's somewhere. Let's go.
As long as it's not like a wall. Don't touch. Like if I ever
She's
open
through.
one of those portals, I'm walking through as I'm saying this. If you ever touch see one of those portals I'm making, it's kind of like a wall that it opens up to. Don't touch it. It does not work out well.
Thanks for that pro tip.
It kind of like rip your skin off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sounds like fun. Let's go in.
This one's fine. It's to an open space.
Oh, okay, good.
Also, Heisel's already through it, so.
Okay. All right. You all step into a studio at night.
They got any lights in here?
We don't need to stay here anyway. Let's just go.
Just get to the streets. You essentially, there's nobody in this building. It is, oh boy, time zones. World building I haven't done.
Don't worry
This
about
is-
it. Don't worry about it.
This is on
Wait,
Harvey's
we're in
side.
the aisles. Oh my gosh.
Just
How'd
make
we
it
go?
up.
We finally made
First
it back.
aisles
It's
appearance.
night. You don't have watches. You don't know what time it is.
That's
Right.
fine.
Bill Sokolov is my watch, and she's not here.
It's alright. Don't need to know what time it is. We're just trucking.
I'm gonna like look for a light
Um,
for my cigarette that I pull out of my dog.
yeah.
Where's the front door? Can anyone see it?
I know the way. Just follow me. Just forget about the lights. And
Following the sound of your voice, keep talking.
yep. Okay. It's a very small building. There's essentially the entryway and then the studio. And so he would open the door to the entryway, and you would see a little bit more light coming from the front door. A little bit, as in it's still night, but there's some moonlight pouring in, and seems like a faint red glow of something outside.
Is it something I would understand at all?
Not with the door closed.
I'll open the door. Unless he does.
He does. He's leading the way. Roll a quick perception check. I will allow quick.
A complication.
Not on perception checks. You don't see anything. Okay, alright.
You know, it's like my eye.
So you don't see anything actually in the studio that would maybe tip you off. But as Brigham opens the door, you would see that the building adjacent or across the street, this small cobblestone pathway, is on fire and essentially turning to rubble.
Well, it's a good thing that wasn't this one. Because if that was this one, then we might have stepped into a wall of fire.
Okay,
So-
shut up and follow me. He would essentially unclip his holster so that his pistol would be more available, and he'd start essentially running out into the street. Looking up, you would see tracer fire exchanged between airships above you all. Alba is the closest city to Bristol, and it is bearing the brunt of the war right now. Doesn't seem like anyone is around in this particular quarter of Alba, at least right now. Or if they are in bomb shelters.
You know the way.
Yep, of course. I think. It's been a while since I got the. Okay, keep going.
And
Just get us to the district and I can help. Actually, can I help him with that roll?
Yeah, sure.
What would that be?
Roll a study cleverly geography. Actually, focus at 5. This is your home.
Success and complication.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's cleverly. 3 successes.
Okay. 3? Wow.
This whole like rerolling cleverly thing has been going really well for me.
that is 6 successes for the total of you.
Oh. Do we get any momentum from that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Brigham gets 1. All right, you get momentum, and Brigham gets a momentum. How about that?
Killing it.
So, though the city is under attack right now, it's still the same city. And you've gone through these alleys dozens and dozens of times. And the studio is actually closer than the Leo studio was.
I thought I know where that was.
To the Leviathan quarter. Yep.
His was closer. We should have looked at his first.
The streets are eerily silent, even though it is night.
Cute about it.
Heisel, you would remember that typically the nightlife in Alba was a lot more energetic than it is right now.
With buildings on fire.
Is it a bad thing that I
nightlife
actually
is
missed
dead.
the smell of salt? Better than gunpowder.
I disagree, but given the circumstances, I agree. Okay, just keep up the pace. Follow me. Roll a move quickly check, everyone.
Does knowing my way around help at all?
Nope.
Alright.
You're already going the right path.
Yeah, alright.
This is just pace.
1 success.
2 successes.
Okay.
Really well
Anton,
for me.
get a momentum.
Woo!
You all keep moving through these streets. There are maybe a couple of individuals you would see as firemen rush to put out the fires of burning buildings, and a couple soldiers run from alley to alley. It doesn't look like any of them are regenters, so that's good. But it doesn't seem like any of them have stopped you either. And it isn't long before you arrive at a large chain link fence. Much of Alba is kind of sloped, always going downwards to the coast. It is the nicer quarters of the city are a lot higher than, say, right at the docks. But the area where the Leviathan quarter is not necessarily close to the coast, but there's immediately a drop in elevation because of a crater that is there now. But you would see a very large chain link fence with barbed wire at the top of it.
This is new?
Relatively. Listen, let's just get to the front entrance.
Sure.
Again, it's not long before you make your way towards the front. And you would see a lone figure standing by the front gate who seems to be undeterred by anything that's going on right now. Armed with a very, very large rifle. And wearing what looks to be a gas mask.
You got this.
I'll try my best.
I'll help.
Excuse me. My name's Captain Brigham Bell. I'm with the constabulary. I've got an investigation to do that is leading me straight into the old Leviathan quarter. I need to enter. And the figure just replies through muffled mask. I need to see some verification. And Brigham fishes around for his badge, which he still does have.
Good.
Fine, just stay away from the actual old Leviathan corporate. We won't go anywhere near, that's not where we're going to. Be out in 30 minutes, or send patrols.
Fair enough.
Oh, we've got a bit of a time limit. Alright, let's move in. Time to go to the square.
It's this way, come on. And she's gonna start heading into the group.
Alright, move quickly, check again, everybody. None? None. Okay. It's this way, everyone.
I even upped my swiftly recently.
Oh,
so
man.
sad.
What'd you get?
1.
1? Really? Brigham Bell got 3.
Oh. Can you give me one of his?
Groom just takes off. Comes back.
It's a little hard. Much of this quarter is already filled with rubble. Not from the war, believe it or not. And the explosions of bombs oftentimes light up your vision and then fade immediately, and your eyes are not used to, there's not consistent darkness for your eyes to get used to. So it does take a little while to actually get to the square and the building where the ritual happened, but
First
you
he's
find
going
it.
to the void, Brigham, isn't it?
What's that?
Our city's going to the void, Brigham, isn't it?
We need to change it. Going to the square, you would see the building that the ritual did take place is collapsed completely.
Well, that was it right there.
Why didn't we do the ritual in a building that was structurally sound?
It
It was
wasn't
a
even
better
structurally
stage
sound.
when the second story walls were collapsed. Now let's just go in the rubble and see if it's close enough.
Alright.
I'm
You
sure
did it
one story
in-
won't make a difference.
Broken down building?
Only the second story was broken down. I made a nice stage.
Leo has a penchant for the theatrical.
Apparently.
Well, it was a ritual. It had to be theatrical or else no one would believe
Just get it out of it.
it. Working on it.
Alright. Okay, Anton, do your thing.
I only have enough to go in.
Then drink this. I'll take care of Leo myself.
Oh boy. Alright, you get a quarter mana.
Actually, it's really tight.
Difficulty is 3 successes to go into the void.
Actually, do you want it in or out?
I have 1. So, I have 1 each. Okay. That was actually just barely 3 successes. So,
Good.
thank you for that.
Yeah, you're
I
welcome.
apparently needed it.
I'm glad.
Alright. The portal opens.
I'm in.
Going as well.
The captain joins you. A stage, that's what it was, wasn't it? You would see 15 feet above you an angled ledge of voidrite slab. It's still a distance away from you, and it doesn't seem to have a direct path to actually get to right now. But at this angle, you would see a hand. Petrified, just poking over the edge.
Is there a clear way up?
Kind of. It's going to involve a little bit of platforming. So climbing. Or blinking.
Someone mind giving me a hand up?
Alright.
this
Essentially, to get to it, you are going to have to jump a little bit of a gap.
Oh, across, not up.
Yeah, well, essentially there is, ledge, and then there's an outcropping that could be able to climb to actually get up. You are essentially on another rock cliff, like right here.
Is this something that we could assist each other with?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll assist Heisel. Is it a climb or a run situation? Or is it a climb and a run situation?
Climb. Just climb.
Okay.
Rope.
It's alright, we'll make it. I'm gonna spend some time plotting out my handholds first so I can argue cleverly.
Alright. Oh, sorry. It's more of like a run, get the handholds, climb. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna plot out exactly where those handholds are gonna be first.
All right.
Spend a little bit of time on it.
So do you think you can make the jump? I could throw you.
I can make the jump. Just if I start falling, try and catch me.
If I were on the other side, then I could catch you on this side.
Do you think you're gonna be able to do it?
Anton, give me your hand. And he's just gonna grab a hold of it. If she falls, I'm going to dip over the edge, and I need you to hold me. Okay?
I'm not the strongest, but okay.
Well, it's better than me just leaning over myself.
That's true.
If it happens.
I'll be fine. So would that be move, and then can I argue cleverly for having plotted it out beforehand?
Yes.
2 successes.
Okay, that'll cut it. You jump and grab a hold of the cold void right before you. Roll a quick climbing check. Difficulty is 1.
Which is move what?
Carefully or quickly?
I'll try quickly. 2 successes.
Okay. Are those the same numbers that you just rolled?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's a momentum though, right?
Yes, it is. 1 point of momentum.
Only time in my life I will ever get momentum on a move check.
Alright.
You climb up to this actually flat ledge and see in this mirrored landscape of where the ritual site was the Reeve Leonair Glen in cold gray stone in the same pose that you saw him the last time he disappeared. A smile on his face and his hand open as if it was holding something.
Just stay there. I got him, alright? Don't risk it. And then she is going to walk up. Lenzo told me all I had to do was say your name. I hope it's that simple. It's time to call him home, Reeve Leonair Glen.
Nothing happens.
Leonair Glen.
Where
Leo.
are you right now?
Like 3 feet away?
Nothing happens.
Is this supposed to work? Leo. Leonair Glen. Diplomat. Wait, I don't know, that's your real name.
What's going on up there? Says Brigham. Is it
It's
not working?
it's supposed to work, and it's void. Do I have to do it the void language or something? And she's gonna see if there's any way to. Is there a way to say a name in the void language, or to say what I've seen on Diplomat's spike in the void language, or
You could say what the diplomat's name was with the...
I'll try that.
Alright. Roll and Alcadata check. Focus of 3.
Which is what is the check itself?
Study.
Okay.
Carefully or cleverly.
3 successes.
Okay. You say that out in a very guttural tone. And nothing happens.
It's not working. It's.
Are you sure?
Anton, do you remember what LG said? Is it just. You just have to say his name.
Do I remember anything else that he said? Other than that?
I actually don't think he told you.
No.
Do I remember? Was there any other component? Because that's all I remember him telling me.
He did not say anything else. Maybe it's the tone of voice or something?
Do you want us to come up there and check? Help? See if we can...
I mean, I guess. I don't
Wait,
know
wait,
what
wait.
else you could do.
Just get closer to him. Make sure he can hear you.
Are his ears covered
I
or
mean,
something?
he's a rock, so
Are his ears rock? Is like
just
everything the
let
same?
me. All right, and she'll like walk up, and as it was 3 years ago, she'll walk up, his hand on her face, and she'll hold his hand and she'll say, "I don't know if I can get much closer than this, Leonair Glen."
You see an abnormality in the void. Light creeping over the entirety of his stone form as color fades from his arm and returns to the rest of his body. And then you see recognition in his eyes. He immediately raises another hand to your face and says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
She grabs him into a hug. It's alright. It's alright, it's you. It's you this time, not him, and I'm here.
"I'm sorry. I put you through all of this and you've been working and..."
No, it's alright. Alright.
And he
It's-
does. He's crying.
Listen, we need to get out of here. I'll help you down, alright?
Okay. Okay.
You don't know how good it is to see you.
It took too long, Hazel. Hazel, I love you, and I've never told you that enough. Let's get out of here.
Love you too. And she would help him down the void
Yep.
cliff
So
precipice.
it's a much
thing.
easier jump down because
Yeah.
it's
You got it.
Move quickly check.
Oh, that. One success.
That's good enough. With him and with Captain Brigham Bell prepared to catch, you all both land at the bottom precipice. Brigham, it's good to see you. You have no idea, Leo. It's wow. You know, Heisel here didn't give up for a minute. I am ashamed to say I gave up way too early. You did what you had to do. I'm glad you're here, Captain.
Leo, this is Anton Blackburn. Anton, this is Leo.
You've gone through quite a bit as well, I know.
Do you watch? Do you know what's happening with the others?
It's strange. I'm extraordinarily weary right now.
There'll be time
But
to
I've
talk
seen
about it.
some. I do know you're the one that can get us out of here, though.
Yeah.
For now, just focus on that. Can you get us back to the Sunline?
Back to Sunland. Back to Sunland.
I need to get out of here.
It's alright, just relax and I use the cane.
Okay. Two.
Do the thing that I did before. Or change the belief. That's right. Change the belief. The void is no longer a scary place. It's actually fine when we're here.
Okay. Do a check for that. Whatever one you want, whether it's survive or talk. Difficulty is 2. This one is going to be a competition since it's against the difficulty
Talk
of...
what?
Oh boy. I'm sorry. This is in the message that I sent with the rules.
It's just a
Okay.
change beliefs thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's talk cleverly persuade.
Yeah, there you go.
Which, love that. That is 4 successes.
Okay, it's
Whoa.
changed. No momentum because you're using momentum.
Yes.
Alright. Anton?
Okay, now. Keep this one. Using a void point. Yeah. Okay, that's 4
Difficulty is 4.
successes.
Where in Sunline do you want to go?
Ooh, that's a great question. How long has it been since we left Sunline?
Been about 30 minutes, actually. Not
I'm
long.
just gonna go back to the docks in some area that it's gonna be kind of, hopefully in an area that's a little less noticeable that we're void portaling.
Alright. If you want to do it on the ship, you could.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just go straight into the galley. No, into the hall. Just be funny. Now we're all in the galley. See, it's comfortable. Everyone's like,
It's not even a galley, it's
to the
a lugger.
storage area on the Premier.
Come on. And she's gonna hold out her hand.
And he will take hold of it.
And she will go through the portal.
Everyone would follow, I imagine. Okay.
yeah.
Leo, exiting the void, just takes in a very deep breath. Hands on his knees.
Take a minute, it's alright. Brighter here.
Much brighter. No more outsider schemes for us, Slick. Deal?
Deal. I was hoping you were going to say that.
Oh.
I think I've had about enough of that for an entire lifetime.
Just about.
I'm done. Thank you.
Glad to see no one's gonna kill you.
Same here.
Well,
We're going to keep it that way.
hopefully.
Did you all make plenty of enemies while I was gone?
You know me.
I do. Now, this is... I'm sorry for asking something as simple as this, but could I have some food, please? It's been 2 years since I've eaten.
I know where the galley is.
Larder! Just that simple. And with that, we will end the session for this week.
I'm also not there.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
went shopping.
Yep. Just getting some guns.
I do have a question about the bank.
Yeah, if you want to make a withdrawal right now, we can do that without roleplay.
Okay, I just want to make sure that... Alright, Barrett's received his payments in checks.
Yes.
And he kind of kept his financial situation to himself, so
Uh-huh.
there's probably not a lot of people that know about his bank account.
Okay.
And so, just in case they're... I'm just wondering, based on his knowledge of the enforcers, would they be reporting any of the stuff that's going on or the framing to the bank? Would it be dangerous for him to make a withdrawal?
It might be because the money is coming from the enforcer's bank account. That's what a check is.
Well,
So.
yeah, but I mean, he deposited those...
Oh, before. Yeah.
Before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay.
Yep. Just as long as they don't get like, somebody withdrew a paycheck for the name of Lee Barrett? What?
Yeah. Okay.
He was dead and he's also wanted? Huh?
Oh, I can relate.
Can I make a withdrawal and also exchange
Don't want to
the gold and silver bars there?
Sure can.
All right. How much? 100 for silver bars.
250 for gold.
256.
This is not what actual banks can do, but it's Dishonored. I'm saying these banks just deal in gold bullion.
Yup.
If any bank does, it would be Sunline, though.
I don't remember.
Fantasy and stock
I
market
don't
does
have it written down how much money Barrett had, but I believe it was about 1,000 notes that he had in the bank that he hadn't spent.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
about right.
Yeah.
All right.
We will see you all probably next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.